Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for the Caitanya Caritamrta. So today we are planning to go from text number 56 or something like that. So anyway, around about 60. Okay. All right. So actually we were dealing with these expansions coming all the way from Swayam Bhagavan. So this is where that we were very, very particular about this. This whole section is really talking about this expansion of Swayam Bhagavan Krishna and then all the way go there. So I will keep this in the background when I am really reading it. So that way it will be fine. All right. So before I start, I'll just go over this. This is our Guru Vandana. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana iti namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Vanja kalpatarubhya kripa sindhupya vacha paritanam pavanepyo vaishnavepyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Okay, so I will keep this as the background and then we will go over the text. So, okay, so we will start from the text number 56. So what it is talking about is, he is talking about this Mahavishnu. You know, if you see the picture on the right side, rightmost, in the middle you see the Brahma Jyoti, and then you have the Karana ocean. So that Karana ocean is where this Mahavishnu is floating. So Mahavishnu is touching the spiritual dimension on one side, on the top, and then the Jadaloka in the bottom. So in between is Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is also called first Purusha. Okay, that is how the text number 56 is talking about. So you all know that from Mahavishnu comes all the Brahmandas. He is breathing out so many Brahmandas. They are all actually material energy. So what that means is, this Mahavishnu, who is called first Purusha, because there are three Purushas. Mahavishnu, and then Mahavishnu is called Karanogadai Vishnu. Then from him, again, further he expands down, and you see the Garbhodakasai Vishnu, one for every Brahmanda. Then we have Hirokadai Vishnu, who is actually Paramatma, who enters into the heart of every living being, and also every atom. So Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is the one who is really holding the Brahmanda, and from him, from his navel is, a lotus stem is really coming up, and which really takes all the 14 planetary systems inside. And then at the top is where the lotus, a lotus, 1,000 petals, lotus shaped, that is basically the Satyaloka. So where Lord Brahma is really manifested there, and who really is a secondary creator. So the first creator, very first creator is Krishna, but he does not really participate directly. He just wishes, I want to do a Srishti Leela. That's all he does. Then this first Purusha, who is actually Mahavishnu, is the one who really manifests these Brahmandas, material energy. So it says that Mahasrashta Purusha Dinho Jagat Karana Atya Avatar Kare Mayaya Ikshana. So he is known as the first Purusha. Atya. He is Atya, Adi. Very first Purusha. Atya Avatara for this Krishna Leela. So he is the one who creates the total material energy. But he is the creator of the material energy, that is fine. But that material energy is Prakriti, is actually the inferior energy of Krishna only. Remember, you have the Antaranga Sakti, internal potency. Then you have the Tadastha potency, which is Jiva Sakti. And then you have the Pahiranga Sakti. Pahiranga Sakti, Jada Sakti. That is basically all are related to Maya. So, but he is really basically what he is doing is he is really manifesting. In the sense, he is not actually producing from the beginning. He creates, creates all the Brahmandas using this material energy, which is actually the Bhagiranga Sakti of Krishna only. So he, the cause of all the universes, that means all the Brahmanda, every Brahmanda is called universe. And he is also supposed to be called the first incarnation. So what he does is, Mayaya Ikshana means he is glancing. So he is glancing over Maya Devi. Maya Devi means basically Prakriti. So when he really casts his glance over Maya Devi, Prakriti, then what happens? Brahmanda happens. Brahmanda comes into picture. Okay. So where is this Maya Shakti residing? That is the text number 57. Is Maya Shakti resides outside the Karana ocean. Because Maya cannot touch its waters. Maya Shakti Rahe Karanabdhire Bahire Karana Samutra Maya Parashite Nare. Okay. So Maya Devi cannot really, because Maya Devi Jada Shakti. He cannot touch the spiritual waters at all. So even Karana, this Braja river, no, he is not even touching that. Braja river is also it's not material. So then it comes there about the Maya. What exactly it is talking about Maya Devi. Actually, it's saying Seita Mayara Duvi Vida Avasthiti Jagatera Upadana Pradana Prakriti. So Maya has two varieties of existence. One is called Pradana, that is Prakriti. One is called Pradana, that is also called Prakriti. So that Prakriti, as I mentioned before, supplies the ingredients of the material world. So that is the Jada Shakti. Okay? So then, because the Prakriti is dull and inert, it cannot actually be the cause of the material world. Because somebody has to make it. Suppose if there is a manifestation, like the Brahmandas are coming, Jada Shakti is inert, it is dull. Because it is really dull and inert, it cannot actually be the cause of the material world at all. It's like the potter and the pot. Remember the potter, the pot, and the clay. Clay and then the potter machine, everything. So basically, there is a potter who is really making, from the clay, which is the source, which is the material energy, and he is really taking that, and then the potter is really making the pot. That pot is like the universe. The clay is like this material energy that we are talking about as a pradana or prakriti. And but what is the truth? Lord Krishna is the one who is really supplying all the ingredients actually, because how that is happening? His Bhagiranga Shakti is Maya Devi, who is actually coming as the Pradana or the Prakriti, and then his incarnation, first Purusha avatar, who is the Mahavishnu, is the one who is like a potter, who is really making, glancing at the Maya Devi, and so that glance is really making so many Brahmandas. So this is very important to understand. So Prakriti is very inert. It by itself cannot make anything. It's just a dull energy. That is it. Somebody has to really take this clay kind of thing and then make something. That who is making it is Mahavishnu is glancing on that and then he is making it. Okay? So that is 59. Then the text 60 is saying, so this way, who is the secondary cause? The secondary cause is the Prakriti. Primary cause is actually this first Purusha, who is Mahavishnu, who is actually Amsa from Krishna. So this way Krishna Saktiye Prakriti Haya Gauna Karana Agni Saktiye Lauka Yaiche Karaye Jarana. So this way the Prakriti, by the energy of Lord Krishna, this energy becoming the secondary cause. So he is actually giving an example. An iron becomes red hot by the energy of the fire. So this is one example. But the other one I was talking about the potter and pot and then clay. So therefore, Lord Krishna is the original cause of the cosmic manifestation. Prakriti is like the nipple on the neck of a goat for they cannot give any milk. I mean, basically it's a dull. That's all it is. So we don't have to bring all the goat and everything, but that is an example. So the Maya aspect of material nature is the immediate cause of the cosmic manifestation. But it cannot be the real cause, for the original cause is Lord Narayana. See, now Lord Narayana is coming into picture. See, this is why the whole problem is so intricate and people get confused. That is why when they do not want to read the scriptures. Because if they really try to read by themselves, they cannot understand. Sometimes it says now coming Narayana, coming, now Mahavishnu is coming, and then another Vishnu is coming, this is coming. So how will you understand everybody's role? This is why it is very, very tough. Lord Narayana also, Mahavishnu is also called Narayana. The Vasudeva, who is really coming in the second quadruple expansions of Balaram, is also Lord Narayana. Because Nara, Ayana means, Nara means jivas, Ayana means resting place. So he is the Lord where the jivas take rest. Of course, jivas take rest in Vaikunta also, under Lord Narayana. But here, Mahavishnu's belly also, all the Tadasa jivas are all taking rest in the belly of Mahavishnu. So this is why now the Lord Narayana is coming into picture. So in a way, Mahavishnu and Lord Narayana we cannot really separate, because both are actually doing the same thing, because they are all holding the Jivatmas with them. So now Lord Narayana is coming into picture. But actually this is Mahavishnu. We are talking about Mahavishnu, who is also related to Lord Narayana, definitely. So that is why when we say avatars are actually coming from Lord Narayana, actually avatars are coming from Mahavishnu in a real sense. But actually they are all coming from all the way from Krishna. See how it is very complicated now? This is why by reading alone we cannot really grasp the real real fact behind. And sometimes all the jugglery words and these and Sanskrit, this everything is also another one. And the way they translate, that is another problem. So many problems are there. So to get the absolute knowledge, we need Guru. So here it is saying, now the earthen pot, the potter that I was talking about is coming into picture. Gata means earthen pot. Katera nimitta hetu yaiche kumbhakara Taiche Jagatera Karta Purushavatara. So now it is blind saying Purushavatara. But there are 3 Purushavatara. We saw that. But which Purushavatara? This is another confusion again. So here, this Purusha avatar is Karano, the first Purusha incarnation, who is Karanodakasai Vishnu, who is Mahavishnu. We have to understand, otherwise you will because where is it's not saying which Purusha avatar. So this literally means just as the original cause of an earthen pot is the potter, so similarly the creator of the material world is the first Purusha incarnation. So the potter is who? Mahavishnu. But now it's going to be another confusion is coming now. Now it's saying Lord create, actually, so the creator of the material world is saying first Purusha incarnation, it is saying Taiche Jagatera Karta is Purusha Avatara. So we have to say that it is Mahavishnu. But now it's saying Krishna is the creator. Krishna Karta. Maya Tandra Karena Sahaya Gatera Karana Chakra Dandadi Upaya. So Lord Krishna is the creator and Maya only helps him as an instrument, just like the potter's wheel and other instruments, which are the instrumental causes of a pot. Now you are now getting another confusion. Just now only we read that, so the creator of the material world is the first Purusha. Now it is saying Lord Krishna is the creator. This is why it is getting so confused. Very easy to really misunderstand. Suppose somebody is really trying to read by themselves and trying to understand. It really starts somewhere and then goes somewhere else and then this somewhere. And meanwhile, it is not clear enough to really say which one we are talking about also. This is where the confusion is coming. So the instrumental cause of so the pot is the Prakriti, and the potter, the original potter is Krishna. But the secondary potter, in the sense the one who is really making, because Krishna is only wishing. So Mahavishnu is the one who is doing it. Oh, this is how we have to understand now. So Krishna is just thinking, because he is not really doing anything here directly. Only his Amsa, who is basically his own incarnation, Purusha incarnation, and also first Purusha incarnation. But the slokas are not really clear that way. This is where the problem is. Okay, now, all right, so we have to understand that, yes, actually indirectly Krishna is the creator, that is true, but he is not directly he is doing it. He is doing it through his incarnation. And now, how it's really going there? Eka anga base kare mayat milana maya haite janme tabe brahmandera gana. Oh, now another twist is coming. How exactly this particular, the universe is, how it is really coming into picture. Now he is talking about Eka Anga Bhase. Anga Bhase means it is a reflected ray. But where is it reflecting? It is not mentioning. There is a reflection, right? Reflected rays of his body. Whose body? This Purusha Avatar. That's what we have to take. Because Krishna is only the wisher, that's all. Because Mahavishnu is the one who is actually doing it. But how is he doing it? He is using the reflected rays of his body. So basically he's having so much of effulgence. But again he is talking about a reflected ray that it's not really talking about. So basically some rays are coming from his body. That is what is touching the Maya. Touching in the sense somewhere it's saying mixing. And thus Maya gives birth to so many universes. So if you really ask this artificial intelligence or something, if you really feed this one, it is probably going to create something very weird, weird thing, because it looks kind of weird, but it's not weird, because spiritually, the Mahavishnu is spiritual. So from his body, the rays are coming. But it is saying it's a reflected rays. Reflected, where is the thing to really reflect? Only thing we can think about the reflection that it can do with probably Brahma Jyoti. Or with his own aura, could be. But it's not really saying about that. So it is simply saying some rays of his body which is getting reflected, and that mixes with Maya. And Maya, then it's like exactly he is doing the potter job, real potter. So now, what are the instruments happening? The rays of his body. That is the instrument. And who is a potter? That is Mahavishnu. So he glances, and now Maya gives birth to so many. It is saying it is Brahmandera Gana, Tabe. So what is it? Maya Kaite Janme Tabe Brahmandera Gana. Means so many myriad of universes, means unlimited universes. So many universes are already coming into picture. Okay? Now, we'll go to the next one, text 67. Now, okay, we have to now be very careful what is happening there. Text 67 saying something about this Purusha. But again, which Purusha? It's not mentioning. It's saying just Purusha. So actually here it implies not any other, not the Garbhodaya Vishnu or the Kshirogadaya Vishnu, no. He is still talking about this Mahavishnu only. Aganya Anandayata Anda Sannivesha Tata Rupe Purusha Kare Sabate Prakasha. Then that Mahavishnu enters each and every one of the countless universes. He manifests himself in as many separate forms as there are universes. What is he talking about? Which Vishnu he is talking about? He is Garbhodaya Vishnu. But we know, we see that in the right picture, Garbhodaya Vishnu is actually, remember you have Vasudeva, Mahashankarshana, Pratyumna. So actually Pratyumna is the one who is Garbhodaya Vishnu. But now it is saying that Mahavishnu is, he is really coming, he is entering into each and countless. This is where the confusion again comes. But if you see that, Pratyumna and Mahavishnu, we are trying to separate, but the thing is, it's all origination is in a way, what happens is, this Mahashankarshan, who is none other than the manifestation of Balarama, see, in the Mula Shankarshana and Mahashankarshana, has more to do with Balarama actually. See, this is very important, because that is why he really becomes Ananda Shayana, Ananda Shesha, and all those things are coming. This is very, very intricate. Now here, when he says Mahavishnu is now entering into the countless universes, that is Garbhodaya Vishnu, who is actually coming from the, as Pratyumna. So Pratyumna is now hidden here. So here the Purusha, it says that he enters into all the one, each one. Every universe that he is breathing out, there is going to be Garbhodaya Vishnu. And how? Tatta Rupe Purusha Kare Sabate Prakasha. I mean, he manifests himself as many separate forms as there are universes. That is why one Garbhodaya Vishnu per universe, per Brahmanda. And it has only one Brahma. So if we take one Brahmanda, there is one Garbhodaya Vishnu, and then one Brahma, and then one Lord Shiva, who is actually a Amsa coming from Sadashiva, who is along with Mahavishnu coming from Mahasankarshana. I hope you are all following. So anyway, so one Brahma, one Vishnu, who is Garbhodaya Vishnu, in one Brahmanda. And Lord Shiva is one Shiva. For every Brahmanda there is Shiva. But the original only one personality is Sadashiva. Sadashiva is actually Vishnu Tattva. It's not Shiva Tattva. Lord Shiva, who when he really comes from as an Amsa from Sadashiva and he enters into the Brahmanda, he is now Shiva Tattva. It's not Vishnu Tattva. Okay? So this is something little more. Okay. So that's what text number 67 is talking about. Is this Purusha, basically Mahavishnu enters into every Brahmanda as Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu. Now text number 68 saying, this is talking about the Purusha. When he says Purusha here, we have to make sure that we have to understand it is the first Purusha who is Mahavishnu. When the Purusha exhales, he breathes out. The universes are manifested with each outward breath. So many universes. I think in the last class or somewhere I was telling. This is not like just, it's like a clusters of universes. So many universes are already there. For the scientists nowadays, they are talking about the black holes and black holes. I say, everything goes somewhere, everything comes out somewhere. Everything, the whole universe is expanding. Where is it going? Where is it going? They have no idea. Actually, Mahavishnu is breathing out. When somebody is breathing out, yes, it will be expanding and expanding. So, Purusha Nashate Yap Bahiraya Swasa. So, through his pores, he is actually what? Bahira means outside. He is really, breathing out. There, Nishwasa Sagitehaya Brahmanda Prakasha. So many Brahmandas are actually just as if they are all moving outward, in his outward birth when he exhales. And how long he is going to be really waiting to really take another breath? A lifetime, that is a lifetime of the Brahmandas. This is what scientists are saying. So many clusters of, so many, like these, all the galaxies are just like that entering into somewhere. So that is when he is breathing back. So whatever they are saying is correct, but the thing is, they won't take what we are talking about, in these, from these wonderful scriptures, all completely truth. But they don't have any intelligence to grasp, and they won't take it. That is their problem. But whatever they are trying to find, we know much, way more than what they are really trying to really chase after. Okay, so when does he inhales back? When the time for the Brahmas of their universes are going to be over. Remember, when he breathes out, then so many universes, each universe is one Brahma, one Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu, one Lord Shiva. And that Lord Shiva also expands into Rudras. In our Brahmanda, there are 11 Rudras. But depending on the size of the universe, there will be more Rudras. It's like, because we need more personalities to really destroy. But actually that destruction, when we really talk about, when he inhales, it is destruction. Brahma will be out. Lord Shiva will be all back, all merging back to Sadashiva again. Brahma will be really going back to these Mahavishnu's belly back again, where he came from, and he manifested through the Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu, because Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu also go back to Mahavishnu back. Remember when this Brahmanda, let us say these Brahmandas, when they are inhaled back by him, what will happen to Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu? He goes back to his first Purusha, that is Mahavishnu. And similarly, what will happen to the Lord Shiva? With Lord Shiva there, he will go back to the Sadashiva. And then what will happen to the, all the Rudras? Rudras are manifestation of Lord Shiva only. So they all go to Sadashiva. And Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu goes to the belly of Mahavishnu. And then whatever the Lord Brahma also goes along with the Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu, who really, he goes back to Mahavishnu, his belly. And they are just sleeping again. And what about the Jivas? Same thing. When he inhales, everything goes back like this. So the way they are all coming from the belly of Mahavishnu. So now you play the video backwards. Right? If you play the forward, what happens? From Mahavishnu comes, all right, so many universes, take one universe there, Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu, then Then from him, Brahma comes and the Jiva comes, everybody coming from Mahavishnu's belly only. But then, when he inhales back, it goes the other way completely. But Jivas are all, all Jivas and Brahma, everybody is going through the Garbhoda Sai Vishnu's belly, through that and coming to Mahavishnu only. This is why he is called Narayana. Because he is the store place for so many Jivas. All the Jivas. Nara Ayana. Nara Ayana. Nara means Jivas. Jiva Ayana means he is the one who really is the resting place for all the Jivas. So what kind of Jivas we are talking about when we talk about Mahavishnu? It is Tadastha Jivas. We are not talking about the other Jivas. They all came from the different expansion of Balaram as Mahashankarshan or the Mula Shankarshana, then also Mahashankarshana and also Balaram. So those Jivas coming from, they are all going through different spiritual world. Balaram, all the Jivas coming from there because they become the associates. They will go to Goloka as Gopas and whatever. All the Jivas they goes there. But then Mahashankarshan, when those Jivas actually coming from Mula Shankarshan, Mula means top. Mula Shankarshan, they all go to Dwaraka, Madhura and all the places. And those Jivas coming from Mahashankarshana, they go to Vaikunta. And then those coming from Mahavishnu, which we are talking about, they all go to this. Some goes up, some goes down. And whatever who was really looked down, they are the one we are talking about. All these Maya is the one becomes, by the glance of Mahavishnu, this Maya Devi is now so many myriads of universes are coming there, and then each universe is the Garbhodaya Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, Brahma, all those things that we talked about is happening like that. Okay? So, then when the time comes, he decides to inhale. So that means this inhalation is one lifetime of Brahma. In one day of Brahma is 4.32 plus 4.32 billion years. That means 8.64 billion years, one day and night together. So then how many days like that? 360 days will be, you can think about an enormous amount of time. And that is only 1 year. So he lives for 100 years. So that means when Mahavishnu is really taking the breath back, we cannot compete with him. We can't even hold the breath for a few minutes. It is very impossible. But he is holding. He is holding for that much. And then he inhales back. That means you could just imagine the gigantic size of Mahavishnu. Because look at it, we are even struggling to find out the pore of him, one pore of Mahavishnu. That is what they are talking about, the black hole. And in a black hole, the scientists are saying, there will be millions of galaxies will be entering into. These millions of galaxies, each galaxy will be having so many Brahmandas. So when he decides, these all will be really completely sucked in. And we cannot even imagine how big this one small pore of Mahavishnu. And then how big we are. But we are boasting so many things. I, me, mine, my, I, this belongs to me, I am this, I am that, all kinds of things we are trying to do. How big we are. Alpa. Very, very insignificant. Okay, anyway, so when Lord Mahavishnu inhales, everything, all total pralaya. This is called the final Maha pralaya, something like that. Because when Lord Brahma goes to sleep, because every day after day he sleeps, it is also pralaya. Everybody goes to sleep. There is no activity there. Then he gets up again, then again it will resume, like that. So then again next day, like that it goes on. Finally, when the time comes for him to die, That is Maha Pralaya. That is the Pralaya which I was talking about. So that way, this Mahavishnu is inhaling and all the Brahmandas, everything, all together, Brahma, Shiva, these, everybody, all the Jivas, everybody, all sucked into the belly of Mahavishnu. So now we are at text 70. Just as atomic particles of a dust, okay, how these all things looks like, all these Brahmandas look like. You know, when you really open your window, sunlight is coming. And when the sunlight is coming, you just, clap your, like this. Some dust will be just coming. And then if you see on the light, you see these dust particles will be dancing. That is the universe. So just an example, look at it. So that universe is very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. So just as atomic particles of dust pass through the opening of a window, so the networks of universes pass through the pores of the skin of the Purusha. Which Purusha? These first Purusha, who is Mahavishnu. So now there is one slokam coming from Brahma Samhita. So what it is saying is, the Brahmas and other lords of the mundane worlds, everybody is actually coming from them only. Remember, the Mahavishnu is that way very high. That is why if you see that, all the incarnations actually coming from Mahavishnu. I think we are going to see that probably today. I don't know what is the time. Okay, maybe sometime. The Brahmas and other lords of the mundane worlds appear from the pores of Mahavishnu, like everybody, Garbhodasai, Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, everybody, and remain alive for the duration of his one exhalation. That's it. One, boom, out, that's it. Then after that, when he takes back, gone. I adore the primal Lord Govinda, of whom Mahavishnu is a portion of a plenary portion of Krishna. Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. See, Mahavishnu himself, array, this black hole that we are talking about is so enormous. There are billions of galaxies are all going into one pore, one black hole, which we have no way of, because if we really try to take one galaxy from its diameter, it is supposed to be around some millions of light years. It's not millions of kilometers or miles. Light years. What is a light year? A light year is a distance that a light travels from one point to another point in a year. In a year. How much it really travels? Every second it travels 160,000, I think that is, meters. Meters per second. 160,000 meters per second means 1 second. So second, then second, it goes around time, hour, this, everything like that. If you keep on going like that, it goes. 1 year means phenomenally big time. Very big time. We cannot even imagine. Your computer cannot even put those zeros. That much time. What? Diameter of only one galaxy. But in the pore, scientists are saying what millions of galaxies get in. Because when he breathes in so many universes, he wants to take it in. That is his will. So that one pore we are not able to understand of Mahavishnu. And then how can we understand Mahavishnu, how big he is? We cannot understand, because he is actually spiritual, in fact. So the material side, there is only the pore, the black hole is really showing to us. But we cannot see the spiritual dimension. Because he is spiritual, remember, we just studied that. Even though he is touching the Jada Lokas, material worlds, so he is beyond all this. So we cannot see from our material angle. We see only the pore, where the place where it is really coming, all the galaxies are coming, and so many galaxies are coming. Super clusters and galaxies, and then Then there we have the solar system and everything. This is how the whole thing is coming. They are saying, we are saying the same thing. But that Mahavishnu, which we have no idea of even understanding, is just a small, tiny, plenary portion of Krishna. That is why Brahma says, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That Govinda I am giving my prayer, not to Mahavishnu, not to Lord Narayana even. That Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That Brahma is only in one universe, he is saying. He can't even understand, probably it's very difficult for the Brahma also to see the Mahavishnus, what we are trying to describe. But Krishna, how can we understand? But that Bhagavan Krishna is so dear to us. This is where, because it really does not matter. Oh, this the person who is actually you may really hear about King Bharat or somebody who was really just ruling the entire earth, maybe a big king. But yeah, he may be a big king, very powerful. But how does it really concern to me? But when it concerns to you, as soon as you find out, oh, that emperor, that king of the whole world is my relative. This is Krishna consciousness. He is my relative. He is mine. He belongs to me and I belong to him. Otherwise, how does it matter? The president is doing this and everything. We don't care. He is powerful, whatever, doesn't matter at all. This is where the Krishna consciousness is coming there. He is related to us. He loves us. We should love, but we are fallen. This is where the problem is. So we are fallen. We are not able to see this his big relation. We are all his servants, dear servants. But we forgot. So we landed up in coming this because of this particular choice or the desire for us to be really enjoying this material world. That is why he had to do all this arrangement and make Mahavishnu all these so many big diagrams that I also have to do about it to manifest these universes and where you can be born and you can really, as you desire, you can go now to eat stool. That's what we desired. So like the pigs, they wanted to eat only stool. So unfortunately, this Bhataji came to eat this nonsense. That is what is happening in this world. But we have to be awakened. That is why we need a guru. Otherwise, nobody is really nobody is going to really pull your ear and say, no, you rascal, don't go there, come here. Who is going to say that? And that really takes to the text number 72. Who am I? I am insignificant, fallen. Kuaham tamo makattaham kakargagnivarbu sambestidanda katat saptavitastikayaka kevadruk vidaviganitanda paranucharya vatadvaroma vivarshaya chate mahitvam. We are struggling. I am so small. How big? It is said that we are actually, we take our measure of our hand, the length of the hand, 7 times. That's what usually in average. Maybe the tall person, I don't know. So it is saying, where am I? A very small creature of 7 spans of the measure of my own hand. Where am I? I am insignificant. I am enclosed in universe composed of material nature, I am in jail. Unfortunately, I am in jail. I have no way of seeing the spiritual world. You know, when you really get locked into a jail, you can't see anything. There are some jails who are very, 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 I mean, very fearful. You cannot see anything for years and years and years. And in some jail, you can't even sit. Because somebody actually who really became a very top chess champion was, this is from Russia. He was put into jail, and where he was always put in chain, and then he had to stand all the time. He has to eat everything by standing. He has to do, his nature call also by standing only. And what will he do? Tell me. He just all the chain, and then he's standing there for sleeping also like this only, eating also like that only, and then everything, all whatever like that, it goes on and goes on. And what he did was, he used his brain, and he was actually working on chessboard. So he divides his own power, his own imagination into two. One is the player 1 and one is the player 2. In his mind, he brings the chessboard, and he was really meditating on that, and where are the chess, like basically, then he will also play from the other side, and then there are two players. He is the only one who is doing the role of these two players, and this is what he was doing. And after so many years, he really came out. He became the chess champion of the world. Because he was put into jail because of some political whatever, there are so many reasons there. But it was very severe. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, like that only we are in this jail. We don't realize. Just like an ignorant dog, which is always just like that, it was completely gone mad looking for something to eat. He runs here and there, and wherever there is something there, food there, he goes there and eat. And again, after some time, then again he really goes. So his focus is only only to eat and sleep and mate and defend. This is exactly what we are also doing. What are the Baddha Jivas are doing the same thing. So, when we realize these higher secrets and trying to find out where I am I, that's what this sloka is about. And I am enclosed in this universe composed of material nature, which is jail. But it has material energy, false ego, ether, air, water, earth. And by the time, but I am here like this, insignificant. But Krishna, where are you? Who are you? And what is your glory? Unlimited universes pass through the pores of your body. Body means his Mahavishnu form. Just like particles of dust passing through the opening of a window, as we just saw that. Just we mentioned a word. That particular part of a whole. Actually, anything we really take a piece, cut into pieces. You take one piece and then cut into again further, divide into so many pieces. It is called kala. Kala. Amshera amshayeyi kala tara nama. Govindera pratimurti Sri Balarama. So this Balarama is the one who is really doing this Srishti Leela, not Krishna. Krishna only wishes. Then Balaram takes over, and then from him comes all these quadruple expansions and everything, and Mahavishnu is the one who is really, we are dealing with. Because of Tadastha Sakti, we are Baddha Jivas. So this Balaram is the counter form of Lord Govinda. And this Balaram's expansion is called Mahasangarshana. And his fragment, the Purusha, is counted as a kala, a part of a plenary portion. So basically what it is saying is, this kala is Mahavishnu. Only small fraction. You take Balaram, and all these expansions are all coming here, right? Balaram's own expansion is called Mahasangarshana. Tandra Eka Swarupa Sri Mahasangarshana. Then Tandra Amsa Purusha Haya what Kalate Ganana. So he is fragment. Purusha, when we say, usually you have to take the first Purusha, who is Mahavishnu. Anyway, in the sloka, it's not saying which Purusha. Here it actually implies Mahavishnu, that's what we are talking about. So, whose fragment is coming from Mahasangarshana? Who? Mahavishnu is coming from Mahasangarshana. Where is Mahasangarshana coming from? He is coming from Balaram's second quadruple expansion. That is why this chart is really like ideal. You can understand so many things. So now it is saying, in 75 is saying, Yangake ta kala kahi dingo Mahavishnu. That kala is Mahavishnu. See, now it is clearly saying it. He is the Mahapurusha, who is the souls of the other Purushas, who is all pervading. Who are those other Purushas? Garbodaka Shira Desai Donge Purushanama Seitu Yandra Amsa Vishnu Vishwadama. That Amsa is Garbodasai Vishnu and Shirogadai Vishnu, who is actually Mahavishnu is coming through the Pratimana and Aniruddha actually. Okay, Aniruddha is actually Shirogadai Vishnu. And Pratimana is Garbhodasai Vishnu. But the thing is, he has so many forms. So many forms he takes. But everything, Mula is actually, they are coming from Mahavishnu as we see. Even though they have separate personality, but the personality is more coming from Mahavishnu only. Even though, but for our conception, we are actually putting like this. But Mahavishnu is the prime here now. Okay, from here, Garbhodasai Vishnu and Shirogadai Vishnu. So that's what it's saying. Garbhodai Shirodasai Donhe Purusha Nama. Garbhodasai Vishnu and Shirogadai Vishnu are both called Purushas. They are plenary portions of Karanodakasai Vishnu, who is Mahavishnu, who is the first Purusha, who is the abode of all the universes. Now it makes perfect sense. There is no misunderstanding. Even some places it's not specific, but we really got it everything nailed down, and now we'll complete in just two more to just come to a stage. So now the text 77 says, Vishnu has three forms called Purushas. The first is Mahavishnu, who is the creator of the total material energy called Mahat. The second is Garbhodasai Vishnu, who is situated within each universe. One Garbhodasai Vishnu in one universe like that. And the third is Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who lives in the heart of every living being. He who knows Tritiyam Sarva Bhutastam Tani Nyatva Vimuchyade, means if one knows these differences between Mahavishnu, Garbhodasai Vishnu and Shirogadai Vishnu, the intricacies and how, so basically if you know about these three Vishnus, you are liberated. You are liberated from the clutches of Maya. But the question is, I really went through that. I went through that. I understood. But no, not fully. We are trying to understand. So, because when you really say that I understand, it includes a realization also. So realization has to come. Just by reading some papers and then, and talking about it, no, that does not mean perfectly that you have really understood to the core. No. You have to see. So that means, when we really know all these intricacies of the three Vishnus, you are liberated from the clutches of Maya. So although Oh, now another thing is coming again. Where all these different avatars are coming? I was giving a hint. Actually, Karanogadaya Sai Vishnu is the one from whom the avatars are coming. But then you are saying Krishna is avatari, all avatars are coming from Krishna. That is true. But that Krishna we are talking about is just, he is dancer. He just plays with the gopis and all the dear devotees, and he is not directly involved. He wishes and somebody executes. The real owner will be there in the golf. He will be playing golf. So who will be doing the real work? Oh, the CEOs and president, vice presidents, and all the managers, directors, and vice president, directors and managers, and they will be taking care of. So the owner is not going to work like this. So, but he is the cause. He is whatever he is thinking. That is what it is. All these director, VP, directors, managers should do only what the owner wants to do, them to do. So this is how the relation is. So even though when we say all the incarnations are coming from Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, it is true because he is the one who really wishes. He dreams. Yes, this is what has happened. Like the owner is really wishing, but he is playing the golf. He is not really doing anything. Similarly, his Amsa, of the Amsa, Karanogadaya Sai Vishnu, who is Mahavishnu, is called Kala of Lord Krishna. Kala means parts of the parts. That's the Kala. It means original this thing, you have to take one small part, then again you really take that into multiple segments, and small part you really see is there. It's Kala. Actually, in a way, that is, suppose you really, what is the size of our jiva? You take the tip of the hair and then cut that into 10,000 parts or something. Take one part, again 10,000 parts or something, and that is the size of. So that is the Kala. So he is saying that Matsya Kurmadi Avatarera Tinho Avatari, Matsya Kurma, and all the incarnations, they are coming from Mahavishnu. Now when Krishna wants to come, how is he coming? He also comes through Mahavishnu. This is where the Shastras are really confusing everybody. Because that is a door for him. He is the one who is really, he is really providing these incarnations to really go into these different universes. So there Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is involved, Kshirogadaya Vishnu is also involved, but the real source is actually Mahavishnu. That is why this particular saying all the avatars are Tinho Avatari. So he is the one who is really from whom all avatars are coming. Now we will just complete here 179. This is very important sloka. Actually, the one that I really just mentioned 2 verses back, Vishnos tu Trini Rupani Purusha Akyani Atto Viduha Ekam tu Mahatasrastr. Like that it goes. So what it is saying is, if one understands the intricacies and the differences between all the 3 Purushas, is liberated. That is the important sloka. Text number 77. Adi Leela, chapter 5, text number 77. Very important sloka. Then similarly, we are touching the very, very important sloka, which is 79. Yete chamsa kala pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrahari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayandi Yuge Yuge. All the incarnations that we are talking about, only we talked only few, Matsya, Kurma, these, but everything. All these incarnations of Godhead are either plenary portions or parts of the plenary portions of the Purusha avatars. We are not even touching about Krishna. We are saying all the avatars are plenary portions or parts of the plenary portions of the Purusha avatar. Purusha avatar only we are talking about here. But what about Krishna? But Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. In every age, He protects the world through His different features when the world is disturbed by the enemies of Indra. Because that is His Leela. When He comes as Leela Avatar. But when he Himself comes through His own manifestation, which is Mahavishnu, and then the Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu and Kshirogadaya Vishnu also involved there. Finally, He is coming through. He is coming through the door. That's all. It's like a door. Mahavishnu is like a door only. But this time the owner is coming through the door. And the door also belongs to Him only. Krishna only. This is why the whole world is thinking that Krishna is an avatar. But He is not avatar. He is avatari. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. All the avatars are actually coming from Mahavishnu, further down all the way. But once in a while, once in a day of Brahma, Krishna comes to this Brahmanda. But the way he comes is like any other avatar also coming there. He really takes the route. It's not really just because you are the owner of your house, owner of the house, I am the owner, and then somebody is renting out, and all the people who, all those who are rented living there should enter through the door, but I am the owner, so I will really dig a hole from the top of the home, house, and then I will come through that. No, owner does not do that. Owner also has to come from the same door. The same way, Mahavishnu is a plenary portion of Krishna. And Krishna owns this. So when He really comes through all these Brahmandas as whatever the descension, it's not avatar. So when He is coming, He has to take the same route. Just because He is the owner, He cannot really jump like that. No, He just going through the same door. So He really comes to this Brahmanda. And every fool thinks, He is coming from Mahavishnu. He also must be an avatar like others. No, that is why it is saying here, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, Yete Chamsa Kala Pumsa, whereas everybody else, all the other avatars are coming from Mahavishnu, but this is, Krishna also comes there sometime, and that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. That's why this sloka is very, very famous. Okay? All right? So for the round, I will just finish it on 80. That's the last one. That Purusha, Sei Purusha Shrishti Srishti Pralayera Karta, Nana Avatara Kare Jagatera Bharta. So that particular Purusha who is Karanogadakaya Vishnu, who is Mahavishnu, he is the performer of creation. We saw that. And maintenance, because he is the one who is really supplying all Brahma, everything, all the ingredients, and also the jivas to be manifested there as different jiva rasis, 84, 8.4 million kinds of species. Everything is actually coming there only. So he maintains. And at the end, he inhales and destruction. But people are saying, Lord Shiva is supposed to be the destructor. Lord Shiva is just a small portion he plays. So he is also participating just by burning or doing something about the universe, so that Mahavishnu, when he is inhaling, everything all pushpa, or pushpa. It's all basically all melted or something like that, and he just takes him. So Lord Shiva plays very, very small role. But Mahavishnu is the one. He manifests himself in many incarnations. And he is the maintainer of the world. And Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is also a maintainer of the world. Okay, with that, we'll complete here. Vanja kalpada ruchacha, kripa sindhupi evacha, paritana bhavanepyo, vaishnavepyo, namo namaha. All glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Parambara, and all glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Okay. Any question? Okay, did you all able to understand?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, good, very good. All right, yeah. Okay, so see you then. Okay, so tomorrow, Tuesday. Oh, okay, that brings to you only.